Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixie Land. My name's Amy. I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the NIV. We are in Deuteronomy, chapter 20. Going to war. Now, as a reminder, Deuteronomy is part of the Torah. Okay? And some of this will seem redundant, and that's because it's people rewriting down what they could remember of what was going on. Okay? So, going to war. When you go to war against your enemies and see horses and chariots and an army greater than yours, do not be afraid of them, because the Lord your God, who brought you out of Egypt, will be with you. When you are about to go into battle, the priest shall come forward and address the army. He shall say, "Hear, O Israel, today you are going into battle against your enemies. Do not be faint-hearted or afraid. Do not be terrified or give way to panic before them. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies, to give you victory." All right. The officers shall say to the army, "Has anyone built a new house and not dedicated it?" Okay, they have to ask that question. "Let him go home, or he may die in battle, and someone else may dedicate it." Don't feel as bad. "Has anyone planted a vineyard but not begun to enjoy it? Let him go home. He may die in battle, and someone else will enjoy it. Has anyone become pledged to a woman and not married her? Let him go home, or he may die in battle, and someone else will marry her." Then the officer shall add, "If is any man afraid or faint-hearted, let him go home, so that his brothers will not become disheartened too." So, it's a lot of voluntary ways to get out of military service, right? When the officers have finished speaking to the army, they shall appoint commanders over it. When you march up to attack a city, make its people an offer of peace. So first peace before violence. I like it. If they accept its people if they accept and open their gates, all the people in it shall be subject to forced labor. Well, that's not so good. And shall work for you. If they refuse to make peace and they engage in battle, lay siege to that city. When the Lord your God delivers it into your hand, put to the sword all the men in it. As for the women, the children, the livestock, and everything else in the city, you may take these as plunder for yourself, and may use the plunder the Lord your God gives you from your enemies. This is how you are to treat all the cities that are at a distance from you, and do not belong to the nations nearby. Okay, so if they can do that at faraway countries, but none of the countries that are immediately around them. So not like Edom and Moab and stuff. It's interesting. However, in the cities and the nations the Lord your God is giving you as an inheritance, do not leave alive anything that breathes. Oh, okay. All right, so the ones that are very immediately there, they have to destroy everything. Completely destroy. This is the Hebrew word for irrecoverably giving something over to the Lord, whether it's a person or a place thing. It's like completely destroyed, a burnt offering, a complete burnt offering. Completely destroy them. The Hittites, Amorites, Canaanite, Perizzites, Hivites, and Jebusites, as the Lord your God has commanded you. Otherwise, they will teach you to follow all the detestable things that they do in worshiping their gods, and you will sin against the Lord your God. Any worship like any of the surrounding people from back in the BC era is not worship of the living God. It's not the same God. It's a demon that wants to pretend like it's a god because it can't make life on its own. So that's my opinion anyway. You guys can feel free to disagree with that if you like, but also remember, it's my channel, right? Okay. When you lay siege to a city for a long time, fighting against it to capture it, do not destroy its trees by putting an axe to them, because you can eat their fruit. Do not cut them down. Are the trees of the field people that you should besiege them? So he's like, okay, hold on. I said, but I did not mean like trees. Why are you destroying the trees? However, you may cut down trees that you know are not fruit trees and use them to build siege works until the city at war with you falls. So you can cut down trees if you need to, but try not to cut down the fruit trees because you can eat them. And he doesn't want you to waste food. Isn't that nice of them? Until the next video, friends.